This is the Actor Factor podcast with Brad Ashton and Diego Garcia. Today's guest is actor Ed Gale.
Diego, remind me of an LA story. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, welcome to another episode of the Actor Factor. I'm Brad Ashton.
I'm Diego Garcia. Welcome.
Oh, geez, there's so much going on. It feels like a crazy, fun whirlwind of a time right now. The energy is definitely different in the air. It's that time of year. I don't know what it is or what's going on, man, but just there's nothing specific about this time of year, but there's some energy that's going. Do you feel
I guess there is. You have to be honest about the time of year we're at, and it's like leading up to like a major holiday. So that's like, I think people get in a different frame of mind. They're trying to tie things up at work so they can spend more time, traveling and
but that's I feel I guess so. People are pre-planning now.
Auditions are kind of thinning out just a hair.
Unlike my eyebrows. But it's, I guess you're right. In August you're getting Thanksgiving and Halloween stuff already in the stores, and then right at the end of August going to September, so you have Christmas stuff already in the store. So it's
so funny how angry people get about that. Either you're really mad that it's not Christmas yet, or you're like, no, it kind of sets you up for the month. Thanksgiving seems to be a fun holiday for family, and to have all those decorations up seems kind of fun. Leading into why not hold on to it for a couple months as opposed to waiting till December 1st.
Bada boom, bada bing. Why can't you be festive spirit? And you know what? If people have a problem with what you're doing, then forget those people.
Then shut up.
No, man. I mean,
come on, be positive, guys.
Absolutely,
There's no reason. Life is way too short to be negative about things like that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's some wise words of wisdom, and I don't know how many times we said it. If we haven't said it before, I'm going to say it right now. Anything I say, these aren't wise words of wisdom. They're just words, guys. They're just absolute words.
No, it's true. I'm so glad that every time you say that, I'm like, oh, yeah. That's right. I'm so glad that
he's the guy, I don't care. That's exactly what. Hey, but I just want everybody to know I'm here. If I have knowledge in the things that I've done over the years, I want to share it with you. And
we're finding some really incredible people to interview and pick their brains. Like, oh my God, I'm blown away.
Stupid insane, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we get to sit around and have conversations with these people, and it's like a fireside chat almost, but it's just too hot for a fire. Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Fuego. That's I'm learning a little bit every time we talk. I'm learning a little bit more. It goes from poquito to fuego, a little fire.
All right, you can learn it on Duolingo. Duolingo is.
Oh my God!
Hold on.
They're
going to end up being our sponsor at some point.
Hey, well, do you have a side deal you're not telling me about?
No,
it seems like every time we talk.
I'm trying to create one.
I love it though.
I'm just so into it. I'm doing an exercise every day. I think I'm at 270 days streak right now.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and that's German mainly.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you just listen to this in your car?
No, it's not that I listen. It literally makes you read, say things out loud, type things in, finish some sentences, and then you finish a certain amount of exercises to complete a day, kind of a thing.
Jeez.
It's fantastic. Like literally 15, 20 minutes, and I've learned another dozen German words.
All right, man.
It's crazy.
I think I'm almost sold, and if we ever have time, I think I might want to get into it myself. That's
maybe just a little Spanish in there as they give you exercises.
Poquito español.
See, so you can learn another word other than poquito.
Sí. Bueno. Es muy loco. Carnal.
Orale.
Yeah, no, you know what? I would love to venture out into some of that. And I wish I was bilingual, especially living in Los Angeles, the community. It's part of my heritage. And, I just never learned it growing up. I wish I did. And I wish I was
Mexican?
Yeah, from Mexico.
Yeah, same.
Avocados from Mexico. There's a thing on the streaming channel that's about that. Avocados from Mexico. The avocado wars and the farmers. I'm serious, man.
Dude, I know.
Talk about what have you done for your career lately? Doing research. If I try to binge watching these shows, documentaries, I love trying to catch them up. Lay in bed 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock at night if I'm not working on something. But binge watching shows and trying to do some research, and Mexican avocados, it's Haas avocados. There's
Like, why don't-
avocado wars going on
I'm
back in
thinking
the
of that
day.
old musical called Work or something like that.
Mm.
I feel like my little brother was in it in high school. But he was a guy in the middle of the song. Please, do not buy the grapes. Please, do not buy the grapes. And I don't know why I recall that, but those were the roles for little Mexican kids in high school, right?
Mm.
When I don't know what I'm saying about that, but yeah.
No, you're absolutely right, man. Or chicle was kind of a stereotype.
I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You get thrown in as a stereotype.
It's a little more diverse now, thanks to people like John Leguizamo, right?
I was forced into my brand. Oh man, John Leguizamo.
Don't you think he was a little bit? He was breaking barriers for the Latin community, especially with Spikorama, the shows he was doing back then. Which you did the show.
I did one of his shows. One of my favorites. He had Mambo Mouth. He had Sexaholic, I think it was called. No, not Sexaholic. He had. I haven't thought about those in a while.
Yeah,
but then we did Spikorama, and yeah, man, incredible.
The guy's amazing, dude.
Super talented. I just loved how he had this sort of stand-up approach, but then at the same time, just kind of in a little contortion of his body, he could throw another voice, and he's having a conversation now with two voices. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Creating that, and then just diving into I know what I was going to say is that Spikorama is different than those other one-man shows that he did, because he actually came out and physically dressed up as each of the characters in Spikorama, and so you met a whole family there. And in the other shows, it's more like him doing stand-up and doing the voices and standing over here and doing this guy, and then it's like, this is my cousin over here, and I'm going to do this guy, right?
That's right.
But I think that's why I was so drawn to Spikorama over the other more one-man shows.
Sure, diving a little more deep into the characters, especially physically. Yeah, you were phenomenal.
I got to do that twice, like 7 years apart. So
I think it's great. You know what's amazing is that the people that are listening right now are like, holy shit, they got John Leguizamo. No, we don't have John Leguizamo.
But if you know John Leguizamo.
Yeah, send him our way. But in the meantime, we have somebody right next to John Leguizamo, almost a right-hand man. And if you're ready to listen to him, I am. Are you?
I'm always ready.
Oh, man, here we go. Talent-wise, this guy can't be beat. Let's do it.
You're listening to The Actor Factor.
When did you begin your career in the industry? Like, what spawned it? What happened? When did you say, this is what I want to do?
I was 8 years old. Yes, the calendar does go back that far. I was 8 years old, and I watched The Wizard of Oz. And it had nothing to do with the Munchkins. It had nothing to do with little people, nothing, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the credits, and Judy Garland played Dorothy Gale, and that's my last name, and the same spelling. And I stood up and I said, I'm going to have my name on the credits of a movie.
Oh, nice.
At 8 years old, they're like, okay. After college, you do what you want.
So, what city and state did you grow up in? Where were you born and raised?
I was born and raised in Battle Creek, Michigan.
Nice.
Raised in Plainwell, Michigan, but I grew up in Hollywood because I came here
around 20?
Age 20.
Yeah.
And then I got my first audition ever for Howard the Duck in 85. So that was kind of a quick turnaround.
Yeah, so let's slow that moment down a little bit.
I know people who are out here 8-10 years before they get their break.
Oh my God, yeah.
We talk about that a lot.
We talk about the overnight success and the people that look like overnight success, but they've been in the business for 20 years, and you just heard about them because of it. But but you literally came out here. Now tell me this, just to slow that moment down a hair. You move out here. And did you already have a place to stay? And was that a setup? Did you have a manager that set you up on this audition, or how did you fall upon the audition?
Mm-hmm.
I was talking at the local pizza place to hang out,
Yep.
The Al of Happy Days, you know.
Yeah.
And, I was talking to him, you know, well, I'm going to Hollywood, I'm going to do all this and do all that. And he said, my dad drives to L.A., Irvine. I didn't know what Irvine meant, but anyway, he drives every month. He takes a brand new motorhome. They don't truck them because driving them breaks them in. If it's going to break down, it'll break down in the first few thousand miles.
Nice.
And so he said, I'll ask the boss if I can take you with. And so what he did is he took me to the motorhome place just to see people and look around.
Yeah.
And, you know, Steve, the owner was Steve. And Steve was like, who's the owner? What's going on? And Vern, the owner of the pizza place, said, oh, that's my buddy. And he, you know, travels with me sometimes when I come do the motorhomes. Anyway, so that went on. I met him a few times that way. Then when Vern asked if he could take me to California, he had to check with the insurance and, you know, I mean, it's like a hitchhiker. So
That's right. That's right.
True.
You know, and there was the laws against that, you know.
Sure.
And blah, blah, blah. He said yes. And so I showed up at the motorhome lot and, I mean, the factory in Elkhart, Indiana. And he's like, you got everything? Honey, I had a bag of clothes, like, stuffed in a garbage bag. I don't think we had Walmart then.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
So I had a regular trash bag. I had my bowling ball, and I had a month's worth of, not unemployment, like, not disability, general assistance or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so I had all my money, $41, and we headed to LA. And when I said $41, Steve about died right there on the factory floor. And he looked at Vern and handed him some money and said, don't let him spend a dime on that $41.
Wow.
And so the owner of the motorhome company that Steve owned out here in Irvine was bitching and complaining, I need a secretary, assistant, somebody. I can't do this by myself.
Oh, yeah.
They were expecting to sell like 10 or 12 motorhomes a year because we were at the $100,000 mark.
Wow.
We were highlighting, you know.
Yeah.
Jeez.
And I think the first year they sold 60.
Wow. Crushing it.
Our best year when I was there was 80.
Wow.
Holy moly. Holy moly. So did they like let you live on one for free and then you were just like out here and shit said, shoot, I'm going to go.
They had a guest house. And so I stayed in the guest house with their son. I was 20 and he was like 17. So we had absolutely nothing in common. He was a beach boy. I'm paranoid of water. He smoked pot. He was 17.
Wow.
And I didn't have any desire, but
yeah.
I did it a couple times with him. You know, he's like, "Come on, dude."
Yeah.
I'm like, "All right, let's do this." You don't ever want to get a midget high. You don't.
What?
It was rough. It was rough. And
that's funny.
So I ended up in California working at the motorhome lot.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think I made $150 a week or something. Coming from Michigan, making $75 a month. You know.
That's great.
Wow.
And then I get a telegram. Yep, they still use those.
Wow.
I got a telegram from Universal Studios and talking about Howard the Duck, and they'd like me to audition. They got my name from Billy Barty, if you remember, one of the more famous little people. And
yes.
the movies usually call Billy if they're looking for a specific size, shape, or, gender, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they're looking for a man, preferably a male, or, hang on, my order is about to arrive.
Nice.
When I get a call, I got to click over and
100%. You handle that. Absolutely.
And then buzz them in. That's all I got to do.
No worries.
I think Martin, I get to buzz people in. They can't get in the front door.
That's a great thing to have, right?
Oh, love it. I'm in the heart of Hollywood. I'm not too far from, what do they call it, Tent City?
Hollywood and Highland-ish.
Yeah, what are the main cross streets near you?
Hollywood and Highland.
Oh yeah, Hollywood Highland. You are right in the thick of it, man. That is absolutely. Diego was over there on Hawthorne,
for a minute before I moved into that Hesby place.
Years ago, yeah.
That was my first spot, right behind the Roosevelt Hotel.
Wow.
That was 99. And then at the end of that year is when I moved into North Hollywood, and that's when I met you. Early 2000, and you were just coming off of
you must suck the whole time.
You were just coming off of Oh Brother We're Out though at that time.
Oh, okay.
That's 20. I mean, it was released in 2000, so you might have worked on it in 99.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the year I moved out to LA.
Oh. And then my career went to hell.
No.
And then you met me, and sorry.
Oh, he's the cooler. You are the cooler, huh?
You've done so much. Pal. You've done so much work.
I've been very lucky, it's funny because Peter Dinklage says, I don't like the word luck. Because they said he got lucky when he got this and when he got that.
Mm.
And he said, I don't like the word luck. I didn't get lucky. I was very fortunate.
Mm.
Hello, dumbass. Look in the dictionary. Fortunate is lucky.
Yeah. Nice.
John Wayne got lucky. Jack Nicholson got lucky because anybody who got your first role, you got lucky.
Yeah.
Unless you have a very good friend who is a writer director and wrote you in. Other than that, and then even then, that's luck.
You're right.
That's true.
You're right.
So it's like it's
until you get the call sheet.
I got lucky. How the hell would I get Howard the Duck? A movie of that, monstrosity of that huge movie with Leah Thompson, Jeffrey Jones, George Lucas, Fine Price, Universal Studios.
Mm-hmm. I remember going to Blockbuster and renting the VHS and just watching that movie over and over.
Oh yeah, I love it.
I loved it.
It's a great first movie, though.
Oh, yeah. You came right out of the gates, man, huh? Just firing.
Yeah. And then I went to Spaceballs and then Child's Play.
Spaceballs was an epic movie.
It's like the best start to a career ever.
Child's Play, Chucky, Get Out. That's
and it was very fortunate, and then, but the thing of doing it the way I did it, everything is downhill from there.
Wow.
I had 3 houses, I had 5 cars, I was living the life, but I was paying for that life. I was financing,
sure,
everything.
Yeah.
And then 10 years later or whatever, I'm in an apartment doing day work, and thank goodness that I did
the day work.
No, I did the big films.
Mm-hmm.
And even though it was a day, in the 80s, I would make $500.
Yeah.
When day rate was 127 something.
Mm-hmm.
I was very fortunate to at least have the resume. But I had to get my face shown because no one knew who I was.
That's right.
Yeah.
And,
didn't have the social media that we have now. I mean, what exactly a different time. When you get noticed back then.
It was the movies, and you could last a week and you would be gone. you can be a one-hit wonder, you know.
So true.
And, you know, you look at people on Facebook who have 1 million followers or 100,000 followers.
Mm-hmm.
They have 3 likes on most of their posts.
That's right.
4 comments, you know, so.
That's right.
I rarely post. So once I post, I get that. I get, you know, 12 likes. I get 8 comments. But then when I post again and again, I start growing again. So now that I'm almost done with autograph signings and almost done with all of that, I can focus on something like a podcast, but not, I just want to do like Facebook video.
Oh yeah, you'd be great at that. Yeah.
Or Instagram, and just, they want me to do 2 things, my fan club. They want me to do a Q&A at first, like 15 minutes, a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then have a camera in the corner of my room up on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's a studio that I live in, but they made me a bedroom, so I have a 1-bedroom.
Nice.
Paying studio prices, so.
That's amazing.
The manager who passed away loved me, and he did everything for me. You know, I'll send you pictures. Well, no, you'll come and see it. You'll agree it.
Yep,
And
we'll be coming.
what is Ash live?
I'm in Studio City. I'm right here on Ventura and Vineland in that area.
So we could arrange a little gathering, order pizza, do whatever.
Hey, cool. Very cool.
You can see what I mean about what I've done.
Hell yeah. Wow.
Love that. Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Hey, so you've done a lot of Comic Cons and signings in your illustrious career. Have those convention things taken you to some pretty cool places? I mean, and if so, what was your favorite?
I've never done conventions, Comic Cons.
Really?
No, never liked them. Never wanted to. It's a scam.
Oh.
You know, whoever the promoter is, you know, John Smith, Comic-Con Irvine, you know, because they didn't copyright Comic-Con, or they spell it different. And so anybody can use the word. Because I think they spell it, you know, Comic-Con, one word.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a lot of people do Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
And so, anyway.
Well, shoot, man.
Okay.
I was screwed over the first 3 that I ever did. So I said, fuck this. I know what it's about. It's about money. And they try to make the money off the actor. And they make the money off the people for parking and for entry fee and for premiums and then for Q&As. You know, if you want the full package, if you want whatever. All kinds of price levels. You know?
Yes. I do know because the LA Comic Con is happening this coming weekend, and you know I have a first edition Umbrella Academy, and I wanted to get that signed because the cast is going to be there, and I thought how cool that would be to get them to autograph it. But then I started looking at how much it costs to get them to autograph, plus with the daily pass, plus with the parking. Exactly what you talked about. I'm like, the comic is not worth that much, and it'll probably never get to be worth that much. I'm like, I'm screwed.
Yeah, and does each actor charge, or do you get the package?
Well, I've never been to a Comic-Con, to be honest with you. I've got friends that work them and things, and it's really weird because nobody's working one this year. But I usually have photography friends that are going there with the guest artists and shooting them and that kind of thing. But so I've never really gone. But what I was looking at on prices for the daily passes.
You didn't go to the one with the whole cast? No.
That's happening on Saturday. That actually happens tomorrow.
Well, are you going?
No, I'm not going to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you tell them you know Diego Garcia. They'll let you right in.
Oh, yeah, that's
sure.
I need to start name dropping.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
No, I'm going to name drop you, Ed Gale.
And when they call me, I'll be just as polite and cheesy as I can be. I'm going to say, who?
That's right. Arrest that individual.
Diego Garcia? I don't speak Spanish.
Poquito.
Poquito. No.
You're talking about my dick. Stop it.
No.
I know poquito, okay? I've heard it many times.
Well, that means knowing a little bit. That you'd be thinking pequeño. Pequeño means small.
Pequeño, yes, sure. I'm sorry.
Oh, poquitos, yeah.
Poquito español.
Yeah, poquito más, like the restaurant you go. Like,
a little more.
Restaurant?
A little more.
Is that still around?
Yeah.
I think I still see it. It's like one of the last blockbusters, right? It's just you see one driving around in some random city.
Hmm.
I know it. Martin, it walks. We're 2 blocks from Hollywood and Highland.
Hmm.
So he goes into Hollywood. He goes everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll call me and he'll say, I'm in Santa Monica. I'm over here by Target. Blah blah blah. Do you need anything? Don't ask me that. Of course I need everything.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you demand him to bring you back?
He has anything as long as it's red. He'll take pictures of a red ink pen and I'll say, grab it.
Oh wow. You have a red addiction?
All bathroom towels are red. My bath towel.
I remember that.
My bedding is all red. A lot of my clothes.
Was it? I remember walking into a place when there was like fire engine red. Was it a bathroom maybe, or it was like a wall that was just?
Oh, do you remember that?
I do remember that.
It was walls and ceiling were red. Fire engine red.
Yeah.
You had to have an OSHA permit to get that color red.
Oh.
So I made some calls and I got it.
Mm.
And all the trim around the windows and around the doors and things like that was
yeah, they're probably white. We'll figure out. He'll call back what the trim color was. He's got
red.
His delivery is arriving, is what's happening. So this is a perfect time to take a moment. But oh man, how cool! I'm glad to hear his place was not haunted underneath yours. It is.
Well, he did say that there were things that were taken, so he can't deny something.
You're
also,
right. You're right. But and how badass to get out here and come right out of the gate and you just book Howard the Duck and then. Oh, geez, it just launches from there. And I really did love that movie as a kid. Yeah, it literally had $41. And don't give up, huh? Never surrender. But he had to take a job, do you understand? Like, he didn't come out here and just, like, live on the street, right?
That's right.
He was working and had a day job and had to make ends meet because he had bills to pay.
Yep, he got really lucky with those for that start, but that helped promote him into getting all the work that he did since then over the last 20-something, 30-something years. And I mean, that world that, like, one of the things I wanted to say is, maybe we can bring it up if we get him back on the line, but
sure.
We met Freddy Krueger.
Oh, you and I.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right? yeah. By working at the agency.
Did we meet like, the guy that plays, Michael Myers, or did we, I forget that.
I worked with him on Swamp Thing. So fortunately for me.
Hey,
buddy.
What happened?
I'm not sure what happened. I thought maybe you needed to take something and let someone in. Is what I thought.
I heard the beep, but that was you hanging up. So,
Oh no! Well, if we're right back at it, we'll continue because we'll just keep rolling with it. But where exactly did we lead off?
No worries. What were we talking about just now?
The color red.
The red and
the red in the room, and you got the rights to the red, and you had it, and the walls were red.
Yep, trimming and stuff like that on the
living
windows.
room was blue. The second bedroom was green because I had to have a green room, and the master bedroom was Barney purple.
Nice, Barney purple.
I mean, and these colors were honest of blue, honest red, right? Honest green. Like these were like, I loved it.
I got Crayola green.
That's right.
I got, when they paint the fire extinguisher that's hanging in the hall, and then they paint a red box around it.
Yes.
That's OSHA red, and you get, or the sidewalk, the curb.
Yeah, OSHA red. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't buy that.
Makes sense.
Only you can.
Normal people can't.
Yeah, that's right.
But I have been in so many ambulances rides, with my lungs and things. And my assistant then was named Jason, and you might have met him. He was at the house a lot, the apartment. Anyway, my first, when I had my seizure at Hesby, when the ambulance picked us up, Minard said he wanted to drive, so we'll have a car to come home. And Jason was like, "Are you sure you don't want to ride with him in the ambulance?" And they said, he's like, no, because I was already blue and I wasn't breathing on my own. And Jason is in the front seat talking to the ambulance driver. And he's like, the siren is on, so he's a child at Christmas, and he's having a ball and totally forgot about me. I think I know this guy. And Jason points at the street and goes, "That guy?" He says, "No, the guy in the back. You said you worked for him." "Oh, I do. How loud is this siren? I mean, who can hear us?"
Oh, yeah.
He turned 12 instantly.
Oh, my God.
It was like, I'm in a fire truck or an ambulance or whatever.
Sure.
And they told Minard they don't know if I would make it to the hospital. And Minard did not want to be in the ambulance if that would happen. He drove the car and came to see me, and I was in the... it wasn't a stroke, it wasn't a heart attack, it was you have levels, you're supposed to have... If you read your sugar, it's supposed to be this. If you read your, calories, everything's a fucking number, by which they can charge you by, your blood sugar's too low, here's, $1,000, here's insulin. And I woke up, I was in a coma for 6 days, I woke up. And another ambulance call, and the guy said, "I recognize him." And Jason said, "Who, that guy?" He's like, "No, the guy in the back." And he's like, "I picked him up last week." He goes, "That's Ed Gale, right?" And I was like, "Great, of all the fucking people, the mortician knows me." No one else in this fucking town knows me.
Oh, my God.
The funeral home and the emergency room, they got my name vandalized.
Damn it.
Yeah, I called the ambulance the third time, and they said, "Ed Gale?" I said, "Yeah." "Are you still on Hesby?" "Yeah." "Okay, on the way." Didn't ask why, didn't ask nothing. And they showed up. Door was open, of course. They've got a key. They don't need to buzz in. Like the mailman.
Yeah.
They just came on in, and I was kidney pain. I had kidney stones.
Oh, no.
I thought I was going to die. If the doctor told me that I was going to die within the next 5 hours, I would say, what was the bad news?
Oh, man.
If you never had kidney stones, don't.
Yeah.
We've got a mutual friend right now that has got them. He's got them.
Literally told me the other day, tried to play a round of golf and said, "I can't do this. I'm feeling a lot of pain."
You can't do it. The first sign of a kidney stone is, back pain, fatigue. Like you walking up and down stairs when you moved in. Your back hurts, and that's fine. But then it gets, you have to lay down. It's debilitating. And then when that stone decides to move, it wants to come out with your urine, and it will come out in the same street.
Damn. No, I know.
Yeah,
I've heard
that's
how
pain, man.
That's serious pain. I can't imagine.
There are women who had natural childbirth and kidney stones. Not at the same time.
No.
Yeah,
but they've experienced both. And they said the stones was worse than having a baby.
Wow.
Really?
I believe it.
And she had it with no medication. She had natural.
Oh. Woo.
Well,
So if men get kidney stones, hello, I did twice.
Yeah.
And we can kind of understand childbirth because, you know, with a woman, they open up big enough to pass a baby.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane what women
you
do.
open up enough to pass a baby, and that baby, if you look at where it's coming from, that ain't a lot. That's volcano exit.
Yeah, man. Women do amazing things. Our hats are off to them. So with kidney stones being a lot of pain, yeah, that's amazing. But okay, so let's equivalent that. You've done a lot of your own stunts, right?
Yes, sir.
And you've done a bunch of stunts. So, like, you know, have you ever broken anything in your stunt career? And if so, how does that compare to kidney stones?
Yeah, no, kidney stones will kill you. I mean, that's just bad. You will beg to die. It will change your religion.
Yeah,
I'm an atheist, and I prayed to die. Let me die on the table. This is I've done. Wow. I said, and they said we can't operate because my lungs, and also they don't operate to get kidney stones unless, you know, you're so bad. So they do ultrasound on the outside to try to vibrate it down the ureter, which is a little hose that connects your bladder to your kidneys. A large kidney stone is between 5 and 6 millimeters, and mine was 6.
Oh.
I was at the top of the scale.
No, thank you.
Now, these last kidney stones I had, was I living here, Mark? My last kidney stones, I was at the motorhome. Public motorhome. Anyway, they told me that one was 12.
Oh no! Wow! Whoa! That's a softball.
You have to go in and pull that out.
That's insane.
Yeah, they go up to you, and with a camera and a laser. I don't know how many people went up there, and I didn't know I had that much room.
Oh my God, man. Surgeons are insane. They're amazing. Wow.
You know, and it's like, and this freaking doctor, before going out, wants to talk about Howard the Duck.
Oh.
It's like,
I said, can we talk about Billy the Dick?
Yeah.
And get rid of what's making me pee blood.
Yeah.
Making me, you know, cry nails. I mean, it's get this out of me.
Yeah.
And they said, well, we can't operate. I said, no, you're the doctor. You cut me open, I'll pull it out.
Yeah.
Give me the tweezers, give me the pliers, give me the whatever we got.
Kidney except me. They said, you will not live with one kidney. And I said, great.
Oh, my.
And because I have lung disease, I would qualify for, you know, new lungs if they come available. And they're my size. How's that? I have to have these 9 lungs.
Nice.
But they said I'm inoperable, so they can't operate. So I qualified for the lungs. I wouldn't get them.
Huh. No?
It's been a crazy life, but let's talk about the good times.
Yeah, man. Well, right now is a good time. I'm getting to talk to you and get to share whatever you feel like. But I did have a question. Like, we talked about luck earlier. And you had those first 3, right? And boom, from Howard Duck's Baseballs into Child's Play, even a Friday 13th series. Now, all these things that kind of came to you. I'm sorry?
Major McDonald's commercial.
Yeah?
Oh, okay.
Which one was that?
5 years.
What was the scenario? What can we YouTube it? Where is it?
You might. It's called hang on. The Day That Birdie the Early Bird Learned to Fly, starring Ronald McDonald and Friends.
Oh, yes.
Do you remember this?
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah. I think I remember that one, dude.
That's so funny. In real time, we're looking for it. But my question, as we're doing that, my question to you is, what was something?
There it is, right there.
What was something that maybe you really wanted and went for? Oh, here we are.
Ronald tried to help Birdie reach the sky. Her friends all tried to help, but that bird couldn't fly.
Try once more, just for me.
I'm trying for you. Trying for you.
style.
Wow, flying is grand!
Bernie, we miss you.
Okay.
You're Birdie?
Then who's gonna teach me how to laugh?
Because Patty Maloney
It's the
played
sky.
Birdie forever. And they never flew, she always walked.
Uh-huh.
And people were starting to question, and the kids are like, why don't she fly? She's a bird. And of course, the creators are like, there's question here. So anyway, they decided, and Patty said yes, she was a horse. She would do all the stuff. She fell from the building on, what were those tragic movies? Fire, elevator, airplane, those kind of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Towering Inferno.
There you go.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
And that was her that fell from the window when they dropped the baby. See, back then they used little people because, the replaceable.
Oh,
man,
no.
that's- yeah.
Call SAG and say, look, we have a midget here. We will. Can you get us another one?
Oh, no.
And,
Man, you guys did so well.
why would you not drop a dummy out the window?
No shit. Yeah.
And no, we have midgets. We don't need dummies. We don't need fake dummies.
Mm.
We got real midgets, and they're funny and they walk, you smile just watching one walk, and,
No.
and we're very comedy. It's built in naturally because we're so different than you in respect to height, our hands, cute little hands, cute little feet.
Yeah.
Cute little butt waddles, So I was destined to be Howard Stark because that was my ass, that was my waddle.
Love it.
What was that?
That's the
Great
personality.
character.
Yeah, that's the personality right there.
Right, and then Tom, because of Howard Stark being such a terrible movie, Tom Holland loved it, and he directed. He wrote and directed the first Child's Play. Don Mancini did not. That's been a whole conspiracy, weird shit there. And
Dude, the Child's Play movies were good. The Child's Play was creepy.
Chucky, I read The Seed of Chucky, and I quit the franchise immediately.
Really?
Yeah. Because Don came out of the closet during The Bride of Chucky, like, I give a shit. And now if you watch the Child's Plays 1 through, 92, after The Bride of Chucky, everything went gay.
Huh.
And the baby, that they had after The Bride of Chucky,
Yes.
The Seed of Chucky,
I stopped watching.
he was not, what do you call it? Cisgender, whatever you call it, transgender. He was born a boy, but he wants to be a girl.
Okay,
Trans, that's
sure.
right. Mhm.
Chucky loses his mind, but now in the TV series, I guess Chucky's going to come out gay.
Oh my God.
It's just fucking weird, They're just.
Hmm.
I mean, I was with my husband for 18 and a half years, but a lot of people didn't know it.
Yeah.
Because I never hid it. I would introduce him to people. Is my husband, a boyfriend or whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
And people looked shocked. It was the 80s, 2000.
Yeah.
It's shockable today,
Yeah.
Depending where you are.
People are all excited for this new defense of marriage, but it's not called that because that got struck down. But defense of family, I don't know. And so there will be no problems because black people cannot adopt a white baby, but white people can adopt a black baby.
Huh.
Well, that's changed. Equal for one, equal for all.
That's right.
Marriage, they even have a hard time with a black man marrying a white man. It's 2022.
Come
Yeah.
on, people.
And we're dealing with this shit,
Yeah, well, yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. We got to even think about this, waste time and energy on it. It's like live and let live. Let's move on. There's bigger problems.
We can wipe out a small, insignificant country with a marginally effective military. We wipe them out.
That's right.
We can't stop the influx of illegals coming over the border. And I'm not talking Mexican, I'm talking all of them.
Mm-hmm.
People don't realize Russians come over, Germans come over, Canadians, a lot of people come.
Sure.
But we have video of, hundreds of Mexicans a day.
Yeah.
So that's why we harp on what we can see. We don't believe in what we can't see.
That's right.
That's true.
And it's just bizarre. But,
well, yeah, I agree. So I was still leading into this other question. So all these projects you got to work on, fantastic stuff. Was there something that you had learned about and like a show that you knew was about to come up and come? And did you have connections in the sense that you could be attached to something because you wanted to be on it?
I had my agent at that time. Before that, I was my own manager, and it was Diamond Career Management. And I would send the letters out. I would send the thing, please consider Ed Gale for the role of blah, blah, blah. And I'd get a call for an audition, and I sound like a girl on the phone, which worked out perfect. Because they would call my agent, my manager. He's approaching. That means he's in Torrance. But anyway.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, they're never just down the street, right?
Right. Eliza, must be a girl. Eliza is approaching with your order from yesterday. Okay. He's just going to go out and meet her at the door.
Well, we can wrap it up, too, so you can eat and do what you have to do. We know your time is limited.
Like I said, I got all the time. I just need you to keep me focused. But anyway, Tom Holland saw Howard the Duck, and he didn't see it as a movie. He saw it as who played Howard the Duck. I want him to play my Chucky because he knows how to work a suit. Because when it came to Howard the Duck, people believed, it was an animatronic,
that's right,
computerized deal.
That's right.
And when they found out I was in the costume, they're like, damn.
Yeah.
It was a 10-week movie shoot, and we shot for 10 months.
Yeah.
So that was my first house.
That's amazing.
And we did really good up until 20. Oh God. No, 95. The writer's strike.
That's right.
Oh, there was another one in 2000 as well, I think.
The what?
There was another writer's strike in 2000 or 90, I remember when I moved out here because I was like, I want to get into SAG. They're like, oh, you shouldn't because they're about to go on strike. And I'm like, well, that doesn't mean that I want to still, go on auditions and undercut SAG because I ultimately want to be in SAG. So I was like, oh, man, I can't do anything right now. I wanted to keep supporting the union, but that's changed. The union treat you okay over the years?
Oh, SAG?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Yeah, I've heard there. Yeah, tell me how you really feel.
They don't care about the actors.
Yeah.
Who was the biggest celebrity that was president of Little House on the Prairie?
London.
Melissa Gilbert.
Melissa Gilbert.
That's right.
And when times were tough with the union, she went to Canada and did a non-union film as president of SAG.
Interesting.
And then Gabrielle Union, what did she do?
She was on Better Than American.
Oh, no, not as credit, honey. What did she do to screw SAG? Yeah. And what I never understood, me making a very good living as an actor, I got my insurance for free. And anyone struggling to make, $45 as an extra, or even as an actor.
Yeah.
Their insurance was like $90 a week or something.
Yeah.
And these kids can't afford that. And why? I'm making enough. I'm making more money than 10 people.
That's right.
And I made $10,000 a week for the Polar Express. Why the hell do I get free insurance?
Dang.
You know, and then
That's
as my
good way to
career
look at
slowed
that.
down,
Yeah.
I lost my insurance. And at that time, that's when I started getting sick. But my husband, gay marriage had passed. And so, we were, although we never stood in front of anyone and got a marriage license, 18 years is, a marriage. It's, what do you call it?
Common law for sure. Yeah. You have like 6 or 5 or something, right? 6.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so they allowed him to put me on his insurance.
Mm-hmm.
And they wrote spouse. And, but I had a wonderful career. Let's talk about some of the fun stuff. Throwing Howard the Duck into the hot tub. Realized water and electricity don't
mix at all.
Work. And so, and the costume head filled up with water, so I looked like a seagull, or what's that animal with that big bottom jaw that stretches?
Oh, yeah.
Pelican.
Yes, a pelican.
Yeah, I came out of that hot tub. I was supposed to say, talk about a rotten job or do something sarcastic.
Yeah.
And I came out looking like a fucking pelican.
That's awesome.
Dick Retcher's like, cut. His mouth is on the bottom of the pool.
There was only one suit?
The suit was fine, but that was just wardrobe. But the animatronic part of it, they were $50,000 each.
Oh, God. Yeah.
And we always had one, in the making.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime we busted the film, broke the duck, we'd have another one the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So I got a day off. And at $50,000 per head, we went to 19.
Whoa. 19. Wow.
Well, they dropped me from the ceiling. I was supposed to land on the table.
Mm-hmm.
The table had a telescopic blade, like your car antenna.
Yep.
I'm saying shit the kids are not going to understand. What's an antenna?
That's right.
It telescoped, so it would just go flat.
That's right.
Well, I hit it at an angle.
Oh, no.
I heard this crunch, like I broke my neck, because my head snapped sideways.
Oh, no.
But I didn't feel anything, and I'm like, oh, that's good. Oh, that could be bad.
Yeah.
I could be paralyzed. Wait a minute. And he said, Ed, can you move? And I'm flailing. I'm moving my arms and legs, and I said, I don't know. I can't feel my legs.
Oh, no.
Everything was fine, but broke another head.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeffrey Jones, after he got the code key, and he dropped me, from the ceiling, he was supposed to step over me. Like,
stepped on you.
Just a worthless piece of duck, Well, he's 6 foot, whatever, and he wears a size 15 shoe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He stepped over me. His foot caught my beak and broke it. Another one.
Oh, my gosh.
I wore a battery pack on my belly, which made Howard autonomous. He could walk around and have to follow me with wires or whatever. And I sweat so much. It was so hot.
Yeah.
And I just went through the cables, and the cables touched each other and arced. And almost caught on fire because my butt, the batteries were around my waist, but my butt was, all feathers. Feathers burn.
I can't imagine. What a skill also. It was a talent to be in a suit and then still be present, right?
Yep.
When was it after that? I know you had to, you did a lot of things in that same category, but when you started,
they realized that in my own right, I could, I was blind mostly through the entire hour of the dark. So I came up with a way of rehearsing backwards. So if you want me to run and jump on Diego's lap, he would marry me. But anyway.
Yes, sir.
I would start with, standing between your legs as you sit. Stand between your knees like your nephew does,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would count my steps backwards.
Okay.
And then run forward. And then I knew on the 18th or 8th step, I need to jump.
Wow. Yeah, you couldn't see anything out of there. What a crazy feeling.
And you got to be ready. Because if I jump on your lap and you're not ready, I'm hitting the floor.
Yeah. Oh,
wow.
Man.
I wanted to ask you a little bit about some of the, in these next few minutes, because we're going to have to probably, well, I'd love to have you back another time, but we're going to have to come to an end here in a second. But I did want to ask you, I know when you started doing like the TV, like Just Shoot Me and Grounded for Life and Baywatch, you had some really, really good like acting scenes as well. That was a really great.
I was very fortunate.
Yeah. What was one of your favorite? Like, how did you have trouble memorizing dialogue? Were you good at that? Did that come easy to you, or what was your process then?
They put an earpiece in and they read me my lines.
Really?
I couldn't memorize shit.
Oh, come on.
Your name, Diego.
Really?
But no, I have a very poor memory. I always had. So it started off with Howard the Duck because although I didn't speak, I needed to know what was being said so my body could match.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
If he's doing a belly laugh, I can't be flipping off the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other way around. You know what I mean? You got to know.
Mm-hmm.
And hang on. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So you got to know what you're doing. And I had this innate ability to know where I was every time of every day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Every minute. As long as you didn't move things.
Mm.
Well, as you know, being on a movie set or a TV set, they send the actors back to hair and makeup, while they set up the scene. Because you just rehearsed it.
Yeah.
They see the problems with shadow and lighting and stuff.
Right.
And they said, okay, we moved the coffee table over there, so put your drink on the end table. And you're like, okay. Well, for some reason, we're telepathic. And you don't need to tell us when you move shit.
Yeah.
And so I'm counting my steps, and I'm supposed to lean on the table and say, look, I'm going home. You're fixing this machine that got me here, and you're sending me home. So, action, I walk up 8 steps, and I lean down. The fucking table's not there.
Oh.
I hit the floor.
Oh, jeez.
And
stunt. That's when they give you stunt pay.
Right? All SAG. We need another one.
There you go.
But, I can sit down and we can give me a time limit.
Yeah.
Good luck. I can tell you the exact same story of my career and my life in the most saddest, tragic way and in the most unbelievable, happy way.
No, this has been fantastic.
Directors, I've had great directors.
Yeah. Well, we're definitely absolutely going to have to do a second session. I mean, we're kind of at our time now, and I know you have to go. You've got things to do, especially eat because your delicious food got delivered, and we'll talk about what you had on the next episode that we talk to you. How's that sound?
I'm eating now.
All right. Well, hey.
Oh, nice. Now we need to grab our lunch.
There you go.
Ed, hey, I really wish we had more time.
Yeah.
I love you dearly. I'm going to come visit you, and would love to have you back on again
Yeah.
and do another segment because
Yes,
I'm sure we can talk for
my
hours.
competition.
There you go.
This Karina chick.
Yeah, you'll meet her soon. You'll love her.
I hope so.
Well, thank you so much for your time. We truly appreciate you, man. You're a Hollywood legend here, and it's been truly an honor to have you on our podcast.
Yeah, thanks, Ed. And I'll message you here. I'll message you later this afternoon, my friend.
Okay. Do you remember Kim Whitley?
Yeah, she lived across the way, you said. Yeah.
Yeah. She's huge. We've got to try to get her. She's blown up. I mean,
well,
who represents her now?
Well,
next time you knock on her
text
door
her and send her my number.
Yeah, send her the numbers. We'd love to talk.
I sure will.
Thank you, Ed. Have an amazing,
Ed,
day.
I'll message you later, buddy. Love talking to you. I'll talk to you in a bit.
Thank you, Ash. Thank you, Diego.
Appreciate you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Bye.
All right, you got a great show. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Thanks, brother. I'll talk to you later.
You're listening to The Actor Factor.
Man, that's an amazing, amazing Hollywood legend. If you ever grew up in the 80s or the 90s, or you even watched shows back then in movies, he was fantastic.
Yeah. We went through it. God, man, he went through a lot.
And, we never have enough minutes, enough hours in the day. And that's just, right? It's right when you start scraping the tip of that ice to make your snow cone. You're just like, oh, my God, I want more snow cone, and just I only have one flavor. I want to get all the flavors. Okay, well.
I love that.
If you didn't get it,
it's like it's like the onion though, but not sweet like what you're saying. But man, people like Ed Gale, you can peel and get a story out of him for hours and hours and hours.
He said he'd come back. We'd love to have him back. So if you guys missed anything, just press rewind and listen to it again. But until then, it's been another amazing day spending it with you on the Actor Factor. I'm Brad Ashton.
Diego Garcia.
Take care, everybody.
See ya.
This has been the Actor Factor Podcast with Brad Ashton and Diego Garcia.